Video được Việt hóa bởi Ngọc Tân từ group tài nguyên dựng phim. Nghiêm cấm các hành vi lít về rồi bán cho thằng khác. Mọi ý kiến đóng góp xin gửi về Facebook Quỳnh Ngọc Tân.
In the next couple lessons, we're going to be working with audio in the timeline of the edit page. Now, if you're not super familiar with video editing or you haven't worked with an audio app that much, there are a couple things to keep in mind when it comes to working with audio. So in the timeline of the edit page, we're pretty familiar. We've been working with video clips with linked audio, and there are multiple layers on the timeline. You can have your video on one layer and then have another clip on top of it. And what will show when the timeline is over this clip is the top clip. So basically, if there is a upper layer, it only shows that layer. With audio, it's a little bit different. The audio layers mix together no matter what layer they're on. And so you can hear multiple different layers all at the same time, and that's actually what creates your audio mix. And that doesn't really happen with normal video clips unless their transparency is turned down or something like that. But I find this to be a little bit tricky for beginners sometimes, who either expect you to be able to see both of the video tracks, or sometimes they'll expect to hear just one of the audio tracks. So the audio tracks mix, and the video tracks, it's just the top track. The other thing with working with audio in the timeline is that it works just like video. You, of course, can trim your video and audio clip at the same time. You can trim just your video or just your audio. But really, audio clips act exactly like a video clip in that you can trim them, move them up and down on tracks. So even if audio seems a little bit intimidating for you, remember it's very similar to just working with any clip in the timeline. You work with them in a very similar way.